So we hope that when we leave here today at 3 p.m, you will leave with a clear idea about how employers can play their part in giving people opportunities.
So the key message for me is that success is possible, that if we give people an opportunity and a chance to change, they will change and they will prosper.
Think about the future of your communities, your fellow citizens, the country that you love, and think about what it means to play big in 2025 and beyond.
Hopefully the call to action that will ring through for people today is that they can be a part of the change here, that nothing is somebody else's problem, that we all have a hand on a lever when it comes to the change we want to see in the world around us.
And young people in custody we believe in a second chance for them and we want them to thrive. And the Gaisce gives them a great opportunity to discover their skills, discover their own potential, discover their qualities that they can bring to the workplace after they leave custody.
We can't change anyone's past, but we can shape their future. And that's really, really important. And for our colleagues to understand that this is my colleague and they don't see Richard or any of our other colleagues for what they did before. They see them for how they can help them to achieve their audit scores or to get the bonuses that they're looking for, because the guys work so hard.
And just a couple of weeks back, Edel and Damien came to me about management. And I'm training now for management and becoming a manager. I have to go back to college for 2 years and do college. So coming from the start where I found it very, very difficult of getting employment, to be now actually becoming a manager of a store. It's life-changing.
Every woman has the potential to be an excellent employee. You know, sometimes you have to see past, well, not sometimes, all the times, you have to see past the conviction.
Employers can play a huge part in reducing offending behaviour simply by offering somebody a chance. You know, that's all we are asking them to do. Give them a chance to go on and prove themselves.
The evidence is clear. Employing with people with convictions does not make workplaces less safe. In fact, it often makes them stronger because it builds trust, inclusion and resilience.
But having someone that pulls you alongside and says, you know what, like, you have so much to offer. You know, even when you don't see it in yourself at the time, even when you don't believe it in yourself at the time, for them to say that to you, it's like something unlocks.
Change costs money, it costs resources, but not changing costs an awful lot more to society.
It's not just about, you know, seeing someone's criminal conviction. It's about seeing past that, seeing their potential. But even from a Red Cross perspective, it's even seeing beyond that again and seeing their humanity.
Last fall in, last order for Vera Lynn's skin cell doors are locked. Master comes on at half. Then in for the night.
Employment is the most powerful form of rehabilitation. Let that land with you for a second. And that's not just for people with lived experience in the prison system, or probation, or justice, or marginalised. It is for everybody.
What positives are in people's lives, or what positives can we help people put into their lives that will enable them sustain a change and stay away from offending? And access to employment is one of those critical ones.
You know, if there's employers in the room and you're thinking about the impact you can make on an individual, it's not about making an impact on an individual, it's about making an impact on a family and ultimately in a community.
I'm always energised when I have any engagement with Gaisce, and it's a project I really believe in, and I've seen it firsthand in our prisons and the transformative effect it has on people's lives.
There's a lot of very fine work going on in our prison system. And I'm aware that training is an essential part of it. But even if the training systems in our prison systems are working very effectively, it's important that we have people outside, employers, who are prepared to take on people who've had criminal convictions and to recognise that it's all our responsibility to ensure that we can rehabilitate people and put them back in the pathway in terms of normal employment.
I hope that employers here in the room can clearly see
that if you take a chance on somebody that has a background like mine, the chances are they're going to shine bright. And let's try and help each other to grow and flourish and become a better society. So thank you.